I remember the day I discovered the hidden room in our attic vividly. It was a gloomy afternoon, with dark storm clouds swirling ominously outside. The wind howled through the trees, and I sought refuge in the attic, hoping to find some forgotten treasures among the dust-covered boxes. As I climbed the rickety wooden ladder, a strange sensation washed over me. It felt as if someone, or something, was watching me from the shadows. Ignoring my unease, I pressed on, driven by curiosity. I pushed aside a cobweb-covered curtain, and there it was, a door, tucked away in a corner, barely visible. Excitement surged through me as I opened the door, revealing a small room bathed in an eerie light that seemed to emanate from nowhere. The air felt heavy, as if 1,000 secrets were swirling around me. I cautiously stepped inside, the floorboards creaking under my weight. As I explored the room, my eyes fell upon an ancient wooden box, intricately carved with strange symbols. Intrigued, I lifted the lid, and a gust of cold air rushed out, extinguishing the flickering candle that had illuminated the room. In that instant, a shadowy figure materialized before me. The figure was nothing more than a silhouette, its features obscured by darkness. It emanated an otherworldly aura, and I couldn't tear my eyes away from it. A feeling of dread washed over me as I realized the grave mistake I had made, unleashing something sinister from its long-forgotten prison. The shadowy figure began to grow, stretching and elongating until it filled the entire room. It moved with an unnatural fluidity, its form undulating like smoke. Panic consumed me, but I couldn't bring myself to move. The shadow's presence seemed to paralyze me, trapping me in its malevolent gaze. As the shadow grew stronger, its hunger intensified. It started to creep beyond the confines of the hidden room, spreading its inky tendrils throughout the attic. It devoured everything in its path, the old photographs, the trinkets, and even the memories stored in the forgotten boxes. The attic, once filled with the relics of the past, became a desolate void of darkness. Desperate to stop the shadow's rampage, I fled downstairs, seeking help. But the darkness followed me, seeping into every corner of our home. The once cozy rooms were transformed into haunted chambers, consumed by the shadow's insatiable hunger. The walls dripped with darkness, and the air grew thick with despair. I tried to warn my family, but they couldn't see the shadow. They dismissed my claims as mere imagination, blinded to the growing darkness that threatened to engulf us all. In despair, I retreated to my room, hoping to find solace in the familiarity of my own space. But even there, the shadow awaited me. It loomed in the corners of my vision, whispering malevolent secrets that chilled me to the bone. Sleep became an elusive sanctuary, as nightmares plagued my restless nights. I could feel the shadow's presence gnawing at my sanity, threatening to consume me entirely. Days turned into weeks, and the shadow's hold on our home grew stronger. It seemed unstoppable, a force beyond comprehension, yet something deep within me refused to surrender. I resolved to confront the shadow, to find a way to banish it back to the depths from whence it came. Armed with determination, I returned to the attic, the birthplace of this nightmare. With trembling hands, I reached for the wooden box, the source of the shadow's release. Gathering all my courage, I closed the lid, sealing the darkness within once more. Silence enveloped the attic, broken only by my heavy breathing. The shadowy figure vanished, leaving behind a sense of relief mingled with exhaustion. I knew that the battle was far from over, but for now, I had contained the darkness. As I descended from the attic, the storm outside began to subside. The sun's feeble rays pierced through the lingering clouds, illuminating the world anew. I couldn't help but wonder if the shadow would return, lurking in the forgotten corners of our lives, patiently waiting for another chance to be set free. Only time would tell.